Okay guys, today I just wanted to show you how I fixed the little table riser that I made last week. If you recall, there was an area on this table riser. If you can see, right in the middle, there's like a straight line that kind of goes across, and that's where this foil didn't adhere because the foil from the other table riser I made accidentally brushed up against it. So here I'm just redoing it. I've applied the foil adhesive. It has sat for probably 3 days, and I'm just going to refoil it. If you missed last week's video and want to see how I made this table riser, I will link that video up here at the top of your screen. So I'm taking this little squeegee tool, has little bitty teeth on it, and that is what I am gonna use to rub my transfer or my foil on. So I won't show you all of this because we did it last week, so I'll get this done. I'm gonna also add it to the feet as well, the little ball feet that we made. And then we will move along, and I'll do something a little different to the top of this one. By the way, if you enjoy these types of projects and like my videos, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and also hit that little bell and click on the all. And then you will be notified every time that I publish a new video, and I would so greatly appreciate it. Okay, I've got the foil on, and this is what it looks like. So it has all this shimmery silver throughout. I did the feet as well, and I'll do something to the bottom of that also. So I searched and searched for something to put on top of it, but I just wasn't feeling anything. I mean, I looked at transfers and all kind of things. So anyway, I have decided on stamping because I wanted something silver. I wanted it to kind of coordinate with the foil. And so I got to thinking about these tree stamps that we got, I think it was last Christmas or Christmas before last. But anyway, these are stamps by Iron Orchid Designs, and they're just trees. And so there were a couple of tree stamps in there that would fit. So I'm going to put those all the way across. Now, I am using a paint. This is my favorite all-time metallic paint. It's by Paint Couture. It's called Stardust. So it's not a pure silver. It actually has a tiny bit of gold in it, but with this foil, I thought it would look great. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna stamp. Now I have 2 sizes of trees that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna stamp the larger one all the way across first, because I'm going to be using a masking technique. And if you remember, I've told you guys that when you're stamping and want to use a masking technique, which is having designs behind each other without, mucking up the stamp, you stamp the image that you want in front first, okay? So I'm going to stamp all the trees that I want in front, which are going to be the larger trees. I'm going to stamp those first, and I'm going to let those dry, and then we are going to come back and we're going to mask those trees and stamp some smaller ones in the back. So I've poured out my paint, and using my brayer, I've just rolled it through the paint and onto the back of the stamp, and then I'm just lightly pressing my stamp down, trying to not shift it. So I try to always hold it with one hand and just use my fingers to kind of stipple it down and try to firmly hold it. And then once you think that, it's nice and covered, then you just lift it. You try to lift it straight up. So again, I'm going to roll my brayer through the paint, roll it onto my stamp, and I have my stamp, if you notice, I have it on a little fin mount, which is just a hard piece of plastic. That way, see how I'm holding the corners of the stamp? it just helps you be able to lay it down straight where it's not flimsy. And it also gives you, those little corners are also nice to just lift it straight up as well. So again, just holding it firmly, one hand, tickling it with my fingers, with the other one, and then I will lift it straight up. Okay, let's get this last tree stamped, and then I'll show you how we're going to mask them and stamp behind them. So another thing I wanted to mention that is if your paint didn't come out like you wanted it, like there wasn't enough, just don't be afraid. Take a paintbrush, a little small artist brush, and dip it into the paint and just fill in where it missed. Since these are Christmas trees, you can just kind of flick your brush back and forth to make some little branches. Here, I'm also the trunk of the tree I kind of filled in a little bit. So just don't worry about not getting a clean stamp. You can always fix that. Okay, so this is a mask, okay? It's just a clear image of a stamp, all right? So all the new stamps come with these masks. And if you have a stamp that does not have a mask, you can just stamp onto some paper and cut it out. So I lay the mask down over the image that I just stamped, okay? These have sat overnight and they are dry. So I am going to pour out some paint and use my brayer once again, and I'm going to put paint on the smaller tree stamp. So again, my mask is down on that first tree, and then I'm taking this smaller stamp and stamping right beside, it's going to overlap. It should overlap the mask a little bit because it's just kind of giving an image that these trees are behind the bigger ones. So I'm just stamping. I do the same thing. Now sometimes you have to stamp a little harder, a little firmer when you're right up on a mask. Just kind of press it right beside it, and you're going to do the same thing, and then just lift it up. So sometimes when I use a stamp for the first time, the definition may not be as clear. So again, I'm just going to pick up my artist brush and just fill in some of the spaces that maybe didn't get stamped very well. Again, very easy to do with these trees. So now I realize that, okay, I'm gonna stamp again the smaller tree between the other trees, and I only have one mask for that tree. So like I said earlier, there's several trees in this stamp set. So I just grabbed one of the other masks. It was too big and it didn't fit exactly, but I thought it was good enough. Now, one thing I could have done is stamped on a sheet of paper with the stamp I've been using and cut it out. But I didn't think it was worth all that. I figured this would be good enough. So I've got the two masks down, and now I'm rolling the paint with the brayer and putting it on the back of the stamp, the smaller tree stamp, and then I'm going to stamp right in between those two masks. Okay, so with the mask there, this tree should look like that it is behind the two trees. So again, I'm just going to press it down and lift it up, and I will remove the mask and make sure to dry that before I move on. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the exact same process over. I'm going to put the two masks down, load up my stamp, and carefully place it between the two masks. Then I'll lift that up, and I wanted to show you where we are so far. So I am really, really loving this. So I'm down to my last tree now. And I hadn't shown you the stamp, but that was the little small stamp right there. And then just press that down and lift it up, and this is what we've got. I'm so excited. I'm just so glad I did not give up on this project because I wanted to. But here we go. So see how pretty that stardust paint is. It's just such a pretty metallic. Now, so I want to do something to the underside. I can't leave it like it was. So I made sure it was all dry, but I'm still holding on to the edge there. And I'm going to paint the bottom with the same metallic paint. So if you remember on the last week's video, I talked about how the type of foil that you use kind of depends on the paint that you use. So I should have used a gray or a black paint instead of this white. It wouldn't have been so much of a contrast where, you know, any of the foil didn't stick, and the coverage of this metallic paint would have been better. But anyway, again, that's how we learn, and I'm glad that it turned out the way it did. I'm glad that I remembered this paint because I don't know if you can tell how well it really looks with this foil. So anyway, I'm gonna continue to paint. I'm gonna give it 2 coats here. I may even give it a 3rd coat, but then we'll be done, except for the ceiling. I'll do that once everything dries. I'll just use a clear satin top coat, and we're done. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it encourages you not to give up on those projects that push you to the limits. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.